Hello, Professor. I am already Anirudh Reddy. So today I'm making this video to explain about my project. So yeah, my project is job satisfaction. So in this project, I'm going to discuss about the data collection, data analysis, data pre-processing, data modeling, data evaluation, and the challenges I have faced. So while entering into the project, a deep introduction. Uh, This like a deep introduction is the purpose of this project is to analyze the factors that affect the job satisfaction in United States and develop recommendations for improving job satisfaction. So the data which I have collected for this project is for this project I have collected the data from GSS, which means General Social Survey, the website which consists of data related to health, marriage, and family and work conditions, as well as several new experiments, data collections, and survey design. And originally, the data is actually combination of many variables, but accordingly to our problem statement, the variables that could have combinations of many that could have significant relationship with the target variables, like job satisfaction, are extracted. So these data includes the variable. These data includes the following list of variables, like the age, gender, job satisfaction, pay, benefits, work life balance, job security, work environment, and opportunities for the growth and the development. So next I'll explain my code. So yeah, this is my code I'm presenting over here. So I have loaded the job satisfaction file over here. So this contains two name sheets labeled J sheets and JS dataset. Yeah. So here you can see that I have printed the top 10 rows of our dataset. Here you can see that there are some. So here you can see that there are some values labeled as IAP over here. So these can be considered as null values. Okay, and next, um, yeah. So here is the code for checking the null values over here. The null. So here we have null value. Here we have 27 null values for the job satisfaction. So this is our ultimate target variable. So in this next step, we'll be replacing the IAP values with um, unused. So here we'll be replacing the IAP values over here with the null values, so that the over here the null value count will be increased. So then after we'll come to the missing value treatment. So here. So here we are replacing the IAP values to null values in null values in all columns. So, so over here from the above, from the above one, we can see that IAPs are converted to null values and there is a relative increase in the count of null values. So ultimately the null values get increased because all the IAP values are replaced by null values. So next we'll handle the target variable first in handling the missing values. So here I'm printing the value count of job satisfaction. And here, so over here, this is the graphical, oh, sorry. So over here, it's the graphical representation of job satisfaction column. And then also we have to look at the column like the age column over here. So here in the age column, we are having one value each at the form of string over here. You can see. So we are replacing this string with the age of 90. So yeah, here you can see the code for blocks for box plot, null plot, and the pie chart. So over here from these figures, we can have a look like what exactly is our data in the graphical representation. The job security is also one of the main important, like it plays one of the main important role for the job satisfaction. And also, just a sec. So, and also over here, we can see that how income is distributed. And coming down, when we see the age column, and over here, when you see the age column, the data is almost distributed. So over here, when you see this data, it is almostly distributed in the form of normal form. So over here, you can see that for the health. So over here, you can see that for the health and the life, we are having good, or like we can say the excellent thing. And over here, you can see for the routine and for the more for the life. So yeah, this is all of the code, and over here you can see uh, So by replacing the null values, in job satisfaction, okay, here by replacing the null values in the job satisfaction with the column with mode, because over here I could not find the pattern. And in itself by taking all these considerations, now we'll replace the null values in the job satisfaction mode because it could not find the pattern in itself, taking income into the consideration, also their variables. So I have written a code, the final. So here we can see that null values are replaced, or not. So in this table, you can see that there are no null values over here. That means over here the null values of so over here that means all the null values of job satisfaction are replaced by the mode. And the next, making the target variable into the two categories, you can see over here. So here I'm replacing very dissatisfied with the dissatisfied. You can see over here I have replaced the very dissatisfied with dissatisfied, and a little dissatisfied with the dissatisfied, and very satisfied with the satisfied, and more satisfied with the satisfied. So here we have replaced all these. So over here the mod satisfied is nothing but it is moderately satisfied, and so here I'm replacing DK, that is dissatisfied, and that's it. And here I'm seeing this final value counts. Satisfied one is 2101 and dissatisfied is 247. As we know that the health is one of as we know that here the health is one of the column that has good significance in predicting the job satisfaction. Let's see how the how the health is relating to job satisfaction. So so here I'm printing only the health. Oh, so here I'm printing the only health column, and which are not null. Here I'm printing the only health column which are not null. And so here I'm printing the null values of the health column. So here what I'm trying to say is like the health. So overallly, like I'm going to explain how the health is correlated with the job satisfaction. So now we'll come back to the job satisfaction. So here now, uh, yeah. So here I'm grouping the sad job and the life. So here I'm grouping the sad job, life and the health. So that here I can see that so here I can see that from those three which categories are having more more occurrences in the job satisfaction. So here from the above table we can say that the people who are satisfied at the jobs are having the routine life. And from the above table we can say that the people who are satisfied at the job are having good health. So here I can consider that uh, so here I can consider that the filling null values with filling null values of the life uh, with the routine. So next, let's. So here I'm replacing the null values of the health with the good, and here I have replaced the null values of the life with the routine. Let's analyze the job seek column, job security column, consolidating it into the two categories. So here I'm replacing the very true with the yes and somewhat true with yes and not too true with no and not at all true with no. So here I have replaced all this and next and here the after replacement the values are printed over here. So here we also knew that the job satisfaction is highly correlated with all these like the job security and so in order to find relationships um, between the job security and uh, between the job security and the target variable uh, so here I can fill the null values of the job security with the most occurring values. So here, after the all combinations, I could not get any pattern following with the job satisfaction. So I'm putting the null values of work for one workforce with the for profit company. So here the below one is a code. Fill an A for profit company. Fill an A with the profit company. So and also here I'm dropping the uh, 2000 extra bonus column over here because this column contains only So because this column contains only the data of 2007. So while other columns, while compared to other columns, the columns are having several layers. So here I'm replacing the no answer to no and don't know to no, and also fill NA with no, and also filling the null values with no. And the last I can see over here that the printed values. So here these are the null counts remaining, and the last left one is the R income over here. Since income will be the most significant variable of our analysis, let's see how it values job satisfaction. So here we are creating groups for the income column. So here is the code for it. So here I'm assigning the middle values for the each range. Okay, then we go to next thing. So here I'm plotting the blocks plot for the income column. So most of the distribution lies between 17,000 to 2,700. So the distribution. So here I'm replacing it with. So here I'm replacing it with the median. Here you can see the code over here. Median. Here you can see the code median, and then after. And then after here, I have printed the null values. Since we have so less numbers since we have low numbers of missing values in the material, age, education, filling the null values with the mode, median, and mode respectively. So here is the code below for all the columns. So here next, I'm exporting the final data frame into final.csv file. So here, one more thing, I'm dropping the industry variable uh, because there are so many categories in the industries too, which are more than 230. So here we can analyze it with the remaining columns. So here I'm going to do the label encoding for the target variable. So here I'm creating the X and Y future sets. So here, as we know that machine learning, more like the machine learning models, the machine learning models cannot take the categorical data. We are performing one hard to encoding. Yeah. So here is a code for the code. So here is a code for getting dummies. So my next step is model building, so my next step is model building. Let's fit the data in logistic regression. So here is the code for that logistic regression to fit the data. And then after fit the data, and I'm storing the predictions over here in the predictions variable. You can see over here, and here and the next step, I'm also calculating the performance metrics by using accuracy and score method. So here, which calculates the difference. So here, which it calculates the difference between the y test and predictions. And finally, we got an accuracy of 90%. So here you can see that we have printed the classification matrix also. So here we can say that we are done with the model building. So here I'm attaching the draft report to which explains all my project and everything. Thank you.